Madison, and welcome to Magic with Madison and Vlogmas, Day 8. So today was quite busy. I went to work, I got lots of work done, hung out with my dog, and ended up at just a lovely dinner at home. And I also got to unwrap a Day 8 yarn. So why don't we jump in to Day 8 and the Fibre Fox Advent.
Just like it should at Yuletide. The parcels are all under the tree, right where they should be. Soon everything is Christmasified.
Day 8 is this lovely deep blue and quite a bit deeper than yesterday's. This color is called Nimue. Please let me know in the comments below how you pronounce that. And please excuse my voice, I've got a cold. So there it is. And here is Nimue next to yesterday's color. So this is colors 7 and 8. Really, really pretty. We're going deeper in those blues. We're getting closer to switching over, I would guess, to some other colors. Yeah, loving those. And sadly, haven't really made much progress when it comes to my boxy or my lace and fade. I've been mostly working on some socks that I won't talk about just yet, but we'll talk about later in the podcast when it comes to days of the week. So you know, hopefully day 10, day 11, I'll be chatting a little bit about some of the socks that I've been working on. But these ones, one of them was a test knit that I don't think went well for me. I think I made some mistakes, and it's color work, so it's very evident, the mistakes. So hopefully I'll be able to show you those a little bit later in the week when I've fixed those mistakes and have gotten them all set up. When it comes to my boxy and my lace and fade, as a result of all this sock knitting, I haven't been able to work on those. So I was saying yesterday that I was going to prioritize my lace and fade boxy. I haven't yet done that. Classic, right? But I really don't want it to be down to the wire. Thankfully, I have a secondary present knit gift that I already made for the person I'm thinking of making the lace and fade boxy for. So I could end up giving that person that present that's already made. All I have to do is weave in some ends. Whereas I think that they'd prefer this lace and fade boxy. So it's a negotiation. I also have to admit, with Day 8's yarn of the Skein and the Stitch, I have some thoughts. So why don't we jump into Day 8 Skein and the Stitch Advent. So we're seeing a shift in color here from those beautiful pinks to these lovely blues. So I think we're going to be going into the family of blues, which is really exciting. I think this is my favorite color thus far. I love this mix of colors, this in between, and I'm just not sure how I feel about using it in the Lace and Fade Boxy. I kind of liked that series of pinks. So I'm wondering if the panels in between can be just 20 grams of yarn. I'm having a feeling that they could be. You know, the yarn is feeling quite a bit heavier than fingering weight usually is, so taking up quite a bit more space. And so I think if I measure it out, I think I can get through those bits with the yarn that I have from days 1 to 7 and save, excuse my sniffle, and save this beautiful color for another project maybe, potentially something like a Diagon Alley jumper by Fable Knitwear. I think that would be really gorgeous, starting with this color at the bottom and moving into blues. I'm just loving this so much. I don't know what to do with it because I like it so much, so I can't wait to see what it becomes. But let's see, maybe using day 7 onwards into a Diagon Alley jumper, you know, starting with pink, moving into this pink and blue, and then moving into blues upwards. But I know that jumper needs quite a lot of yarn, so it really depends on how many of the fade will I want to use in it and how I can portion out the yarn. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think I should just include this in the Lace and Fade? What do you think is best? All right, let's move on to today's stitch marker. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, so with all that gorgeous yarn and all of that knitting chat, it's time for some literary chat. That's my dog. Give me just a second. Where are you, Pete? Who is the cutest doggo? So let's get into some literary chat for day of Vlogmas. Today, I'd love to chat about Kira Cass some more. She's got a book coming out right now called 1000 Heartbeats. I saw it recently at a bookstore and I'm contemplating it becoming one of my next reads. I'm not sure about it though, so I'd love to hear your thoughts about it. It looks very much like an enemies to lovers, maybe a use of fan fiction. If you hear some little sniffles and gruffles in the background, by the way, that's my dog Peter, who is leaning on the wall in the corner. So if I can get some footage of that, I'll show that right here. But yeah, I think that the Kira Cass, the new book by her, would be really interesting, but I haven't liked her more recent stuff as much as I liked the selection in that whole series. So I think there was a little bit less depth in her recent series about sirens. I think she could have gone a lot darker, it could have been a lot more interesting. So I'm not convinced about this current book, so I'm not sure. I think I've decided to go in a different direction in terms of reading, and my dog is now beneath my feet. So other than that, that's basically it for today. I hope you loved day 8. Sorry this is a little bit later than usual. It's been kind of a crazy few days, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right, have a great one. Bye.
Santa Claus is on his worldwide tour, like so many a time before.